Struggling to pass your life in the UK test on the first try? Congratulations, you have found the right channel. We are dedicated to providing you with everything you need to prepare confidently for your test. Today, we will go through 24 essential mock test questions, with the last 5 questions absolutely crucial for your success. So, stick around until the end. Let's dive in and get started. Question 1. What is known as Lent? Option A. The 40 days before Easter. B. The 40 days after Christmas. C. The 40 days before Christmas. D. The 40 days after Easter. Answer is A. The 40 days before Easter. The 40 days before Easter are known as Lent. Question 2. Which country's flag is not part of the Union flag? Option A. Wales. B. Ireland. C. Scotland. D. England. Answer is A. Wales. The Welsh dragon is not part of the Union flag. Question 3. What is the judiciary responsible for? Option A. Deciding whether a person is guilty. B. Interpreting the law. C. Looking after a jury. D. Putting people in prison. Answer is B. Interpreting the law. Judges, who are together called the judiciary, are responsible for interpreting the law and ensuring that trials are conducted fairly. Question 4. When did the Habeas Corpus Act become law? Option A. 1679. B. 1687. C. 1685. D. 1683. Answer is A. 1679. The Habeas Corpus Act became law in 1679. This was a very important piece of legislation which remains relevant today. Habeas corpus is Latin for you must present the person in court. The act guaranteed that no one could be held prisoner unlawfully. Every prisoner has a right to a court hearing. Question 5. Which of the events is the bombing of English cities by the Germans? Option A. The Blitz. B. The Dunkirk Spirit. C. D-Day. D. The Battle of Britain. Answer is A. The Blitz. The Blitz was the German Air Force bombing London and other British cities at night time. The phrase "the Blitz spirit" is still used today to describe Britons pulling together in the face of adversity. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your life in the UK test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 6. Why is it called the Glorious Revolution? Option A. Women were given the right to vote. B. Because there was no fighting. C. Because of new technological advances. D. Because of new achievements. Answer is B. Because there was no fighting. This event was later called a Glorious Revolution because there was no fighting in England and because it guaranteed the power of Parliament, ending the threat of a monarch ruling on his or her own as he or she wished. Question 7. Which of these venues is located in Greenwich? Option A. The Copenhagen Concert Hall. B. The SSC. C. The O2. D. Auditorio de Tenerife. Answer is C. The O2. There are many large venues that host music events throughout the year, such as the O2 in Greenwich and the Scottish Exhibition and Conference Centre, SECC, in Glasgow. Question 8. When did the UK leave the EU following the Brexit vote? Option A. 1987. B. 2020. C. 1957. D. 1973. Answer is B. 2020. The European Union, EU, originally called the European Economic Community, EEC, was set up by 6 Western European countries: Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands, who signed the Treaty of Rome on the 25th of March, 1957. The UK originally decided not to join this group, but it became a member in 1973. After UK's Brexit vote in 2020, there are now 27 EU member states. Question 9. When was the first British Prime Minister, Sir Robert Walpole, in power? Option A. 1707 to 1714. B. 1742 to 1746. C. 1721 to 1742. D. 1714 to 1721. Answer is C. 1721 to 1742. The first man to be called Prime Minister was Sir Robert Walpole, who was Prime Minister from 1721 to 1742. Question 10. Which country's national flower is a thistle? Option A. Northern Ireland. B. England. C. Scotland. D. Wales. Answer is C. Scotland. A thistle is a national flower of Scotland. Question 11. Who developed ideas about economics during the Enlightenment period which are still referred to today? Option A. Isaac Newton. B. Adam Smith. C. James Watt. D. David Hume. Answer is B. Adam Smith. Many of the great thinkers of the Enlightenment were Scottish. Adam Smith developed ideas about economics which are still referred to today. David Hume's ideas about human nature continue to influence philosophers. Scientific discoveries, such as James Watt's work on steam power, helped the progress of the Industrial Revolution. Question 12. One TV license covers all of the equipment at one address, but people who rent different rooms in a shared house must buy a separate TV license. Option A. False. B. True. Answer is B. True. One TV license covers all of the equipment at one address, but people who rent different rooms in a shared house must buy a separate TV license. Question 13. Magistrates and Justices of the Peace, JPs, are members of what? Option A. Local community. B. Police force. C. Ruling party. D. Law society. Answer is A. Local community. Magistrates and Justices of the Peace, JPs, are members of the local community. In England, Wales, and Scotland, they usually work unpaid and do not need legal qualifications. They receive training to do the job and are supported by a legal advisor. Question 14. A 2-minute silence is observed on Easter to commemorate the death of Jesus Christ. Option A. False. B. True. Answer is A. False. Remembrance Day, the 11th of November, commemorates those who died fighting for the UK and its allies. Originally, it commemorated the dead of the First World War, which ended on the 11th of November, 1918. People wear poppies, the red flower found on the battlefields of the First World War. At 11:00 a.m. there is a 2-minute silence and wreaths are laid at the cenotaph in Whitehall, London. Question 15. Peers nominated by the Prime Minister can only serve for their lifetime. Option A. False. B. True. Answer is B. True. Since 1958, the Prime Minister has had the power to nominate peers just for their own lifetime. These are called life peers. They have usually had an important career in politics, business, law, or another profession. Life peers are appointed by the monarch on the advice of the Prime Minister. Question 16. Which 2 countries took part in the Battle of Agincourt? Option A. France. B. Scotland. C. Wales. D. England. Answer is A and D. France and England. English kings also fought a long war with France, called the 100 Years' War, even though it actually lasted 116 years. One of the most famous battles of the 100 Years' War was the Battle of Agincourt in 1415, where King Henry V's vastly outnumbered English army defeated the French. The English left France in the 1450s. Question 17. Who is credited with the introduction of the National Health Service, NHS, in 1948? Option A. Winston Churchill. B. Florence Nightingale. C. David Hume. D. Aneurin Bevan. Answer is D. Aneurin Bevan. In 1948, Aneurin Bevan, the Minister for Health, led the establishment of the National Health Service (NHS), which guaranteed a minimum standard of health care for all, free at the point of use. Question 18. The Speaker is an MP. He or she represents a constituency and deals with constituents' problems like any other MP. Option A. False. B. True. Answer is B. True. The Speaker is neutral and does not represent a political party, even though he or she is an MP, represents a constituency and deals with constituents' problems like any other MP. Question 19. What religion were Puritans? Option A. Buddhists. B. Jews. C. Protestants. D. Catholics. Answer is C. Protestants. Puritans, a group of Protestants who advocated strict and simple religious doctrine and worship. Question 20. Who can nominate life peers? Select any two. Option A. Leaders of other main political parties. B. The Prime Minister. C. The monarchy. D. The Speaker. Answer is A and B. Leaders of other main political parties and the Prime Minister. Since 1958, the Prime Minister has had the power to nominate peers just for their own lifetime. These are called life peers. Life peers are appointed by the monarch on the advice of the Prime Minister. They also include people nominated by the leaders of the other main political parties or by an independent appointments commission for non-party peers. Hey, if you find this video helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel and hit bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Your support helps us bring you more content to ace your life in the UK test. Now, let's get back to the video. Question 21. What country did Hitler invade in 1939? Option A. Italy. B. USSR. C. The USA. D. Poland. Answer is D. Poland. The British government tried to avoid another war. However, when Hitler invaded Poland in 1939, Britain and France declared war in order to stop his aggression. Question 22. Name the most famous cricket competition, which is a series of test matches played between England and Australia. Option A. Ashes. B. Lords. C. Masters. D. Classics. Answer is A. Ashes. The most famous competition is the Ashes, which is a series of test matches played between England and Australia. Question 23. In England and Wales, the small claims procedure is an informal way of helping people to settle minor disputes claims of less than. Option A. 4,000. B. 3,000. C. 2,000. D. 10,000. Answer is D. 10,000. The small claims procedure is an informal way of helping people to settle minor disputes without spending a lot of time and money using a lawyer. This procedure is used for claims of less than £10,000 in England and Wales, £5,000 in Scotland and £5,000 in Northern Ireland, changed from £3,000. Question 24. Which tribes invaded Britain after the Romans had left? Option A. The Normans. B. The Vikings. C. The Jutes and the Anglo-Saxons. D. The Celtics. Answer is C. The Jutes and the Anglo-Saxons. The Roman army left Britain in AD 410 to defend other parts of the Roman Empire and never returned. Britain was again invaded by tribes from Northern Europe, the Jutes, the Angles, and the Saxons. For more practice and updates, click on the video you are watching on the screen. Keep building your confidence and get closer to passing your life in the UK test. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.